Good afternoon. I was told I was not loud enough and articulate enough last time, so they're giving me a second chance. I'm the Brown Bob Friday. I have less money and more work. Bob Friday, if you don't know, is actually our founder and CTO, was the founder of Airspace, and he's the one who started Mist. And I didn't do this last time, but Mist has a Twitter handle as well. So if you would tweet, we would appreciate that. So this talk is about the convergence of sort of Wi-Fi and BLE. How many of you have done Bluetooth low energy deployments? Wow. Actually, cool. So more than I thought. So what this is going to focus on is sort of, I'm going to actually slow down a little bit and focus on the use cases we are targeting, what is the product, and then come back to what are the best practices we're doing, all within the next 9 minutes. So use cases. So what we're after is there is all these verticals that have a lot of consumers, employees, guests, patients, whatever it is, right? So each of these use cases, if it is retail is an existential crisis, right? With the online retail bearing down the throat, but retail has physical presence. So they have an ability to actually deliver a very experiential, experience versus somebody, online, right? So retail is very hot on delivering, location experiences. We're going to talk about that. Healthcare, it's about, when I walk in, if I just was checked in, my doctor was notified, I was assigned a room, and I was given a navigation to the room directly, that's nirvana. Remove the check-in line. Enterprise, if I could do room occupancy, if I could do employee navigation, all of them, all the enterprises have apps, so we're doing a lot with enterprise. Hospitality, again, as I check in, do I have to go through a check-in line? We all have mobile phones. They know where we're going. They could tell us where we should be going, and we should just use BLE and move on. Right? Education, it's about the experience on campus. Without Wi-Fi these days on campus, almost nothing gets done, right? So education, but then you add the notion of location. Can I find my class? Can my parents tour my campus? Can I find the library? Can I find the closest open, auditorium, whatever, right? So lots of use cases. What is the state of the art today? It's battery-operated beacons or USB beacons. And everyone who has done that will tell you that doesn't work. Do not go down that path, right? What we are after is we are inversing this and saying, okay, what if we actually did an enterprise-grade 16 and 10 element array BLE that actually blankets your space with BLE? Once I blanket your space with BLE, I can engage with a mobile app. The phone receives BLE, and sorry. I can't turn it off, so you'll live with that. So, you could actually do virtual beacons. We can actually move these beacons, no physical beacons at all, right? So we could actually programmatically deploy beacons overnight completely automatically, right? So no physical beacons, no battery-operated beacons. And that leads you to, zone analytics. You could do a lot of dwell times. You could track assets. You could track individuals. You could track a lot of things. So the BLE industry is evolving, and it is, think of it going like this, right? Autonomous APs became controllers, controllers became cloud, and then came Mist, right? So, sorry, nice, shameless plug. BLE is going from autonomous, where it's battery-operated beacons, you literally have to touch the damn beacon to be able to program it, to you put it in your APs, it's everywhere, and it's auto-calibrated, right? It is, you get 1 to 3 meters of accuracy. We've deployed at one of the universities in Southern California. The 1 minute after the APs were live, we had blue dot navigation, right? BLE experience and location experience is evolving. So how does this work? The way it works is essentially just like Google Maps, right? If I hear 6 GPS signals, I have a location, and then I have an app that makes my location real. A Google Maps, a Yahoo Maps, whatever. Same thing. We have an SDK that you put on a mobile phone, receives these signals, and once you receive these signals, send it to the cloud, you get a blue dot, and you get a very accurate blue dot. And now, we'll look into the demo as to how do we get the accuracy that we are delivering with this blue dot, right? So here's a simple map. I think I may have showed you in the morning this one. So that's the AP. That AP has everything that we talked about, machine learning and Wi-Fi in the morning, but it also has a 16 antenna element array inside built in for Bluetooth Low Energy. And what that does is essentially is blanketing this canvas with BLE. So once I blanket this canvas with BLE, I could do app-based engagement, I could do app-based analytics, and I could do a lot of stuff. So how does that work? So I'm going to click on Matt's iPhone here. This is Matt's iPhone. This is a live demo when I was recording it, so it's live then. But here's what the mobile device is seeing from an RF perspective. First time in the industry, I'm zooming in to the SDK of the mobile device. It's seeing the 8 antenna arrays, and that's a per second basis. It's seeing the RSS size of each of those antenna arrays coming out. So I have 8 beams per antenna, per AP, and each beam is sending 5 packets per second. So 40 packets per second per AP. I have a lot of fidelity. I'm seeing 4 APs there. I get 160 packets to work with for location. Incredible data fidelity. Wi-Fi based location does not compare, right? And that's why, again, we're going from autonomous type stuff to really enterprise grade. Now, next after this, because I've blanketed this segment with BLE, I can create virtual beacons. No more physical beacons. I was doing this last night. As Keith said, everybody prepares their presentations at 2 a.m. in the night. This was done exactly at that time. So, so this one is a virtual beacon I created in Cupertino, California, and I just drop it there, and anybody that is walking in the office today, it's going to say, welcome to WLPC. Right? They'll be confused, but that's what you could do, right? So, so you can drop virtual beacon experiences anywhere in the world from your data center, from your armchair in your house. And programmatically, you could do that. And so this is sort of the analytics you would get. For the first time, because we have a high fidelity antenna array, I can receive BLE and transmit BLE. That means I can track BLE, and I can actually enable BLE. So I'm able to actually do analytics on BLE SDK clients. I'm able to do BLE asset tags if you have asset tracking, and we're doing Wi-Fi based analytics all in one frame, right? And so again, if you remember the 4 blocks from the morning, enterprise grade location is here, and it requires to be enterprise grade BLE, right? So that's sort of the effort we're after. So let me see, move. Yes, okay, so what not to do with location? Don't do autonomous APs in 2017. Don't do battery-operated beacons. Don't do USB beacons. Definitely do not do those single-chip BLE beacons that are claiming as BLE in APs. That essentially all you get is maybe a push notification at an AP level granularity. When you could buy this entire experience, packaged with the Wi-Fi solution as an enterprise-grade solution. By the way, 100% of everything I said applies to Cisco's Beacon Point and to the Mist product, right? So all of them are enterprise-grade BLE. So Cisco's Beacon Point supports everything I'm talking about. One of the biggest and the worst things we've done as location deployers over the last 10 years is overpromise and underdeliver. Please don't do that. Here's what you want to do if you want to be rolling in money. That's the best I could do with respect to pictures. So if you want to be rolling in money, enterprise grade BLE, high definition BLE. This is going into large retailers, large hospitality venues. We've had this deployed in large hotels, in university campuses, on enterprise campuses. We have this, and again, never ever again should you be doing manual location calibration. An iPhone 6s behaves wildly differently than an iPhone 5s on BLE. You shouldn't have to know that. We know that. They let the machine do the work for that, right? And then you're embarrassing me now. 1 to 3 meters of accuracy is what you could do. 1 to 3 meters of accuracy is actually very deliverable in a very short amount of time. I'm not out of time, right? I planned this. Okay, good. And then, sub-second accuracy, sub-second latency. One of the things that plagued us with, anybody that did Wi-Fi-based location is, oh, did the iPhone transmit? Did 3 people hear it? Did 8 people get it in the right time frame? And all of that took latency. Now with the cloud, we turn around the packet in less than a second. So the perceptible location experience on the mobile phone is amazing. So some of my customers are here. They wanted them to be anonymous, but you should talk to them. They actually will say, and the question I asked Brian Totten was, would you put this in a patient's hand. Is this ready? And Brian said, yes, yes, yes is the right answer, Brian. I didn't prep you for this. So anyway, that's all. I think all I want to say is thank you very much. We really sincerely appreciate the opportunity to be here. None of you showed up at my 12 o'clock thing. I'm deeply disappointed. But if you want a free demo account, just say thank you to Mist or something, or say nice things about me. Sujay will send you a free demo account. I'm done. Thank you.